Hello everyone, this is Cindy with Monarch Mom DIY. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around by hitting the bell also. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm excited to bring you 3 DIYs using wood items and items from Dollar Tree. Today I'm using these poster numbers, some letter stickers, some blocks, scrapbook paper, piece of 2x4, Mod Podge from Dollar Tree, and chalk paint. The first thing I'm going to do is measure these blocks. I bought these off Facebook Marketplace. They are 3-inch cubes. There were 6 of them that spelled family. I'm only going to use 2 for this project. The first thing I'm going to do here is measure my scrapbook paper. I'm going to cut squares so that it will cover each surface of the cube. So I need 6 squares for each of my cubes. All right, I decided to use 2 different cubes that came in the set, but I'm going to give the edges a coat of Waverly chalk paint in the color white. You could paint the entire cube, but it's not necessary because you will be putting the scrapbook paper on each surface. If you needed to keep this project more Dollar Tree, you could use some of the foam dice that are in the toy section and use this process. I'm not exactly sure how well the paper will stick to the foam dice, but if you use enough Mod Podge, I'm sure it will work out fine. And here I just have an 8-inch long piece of a 2x4. You can have them cut this for you at the store, and I think it was an 8-foot long piece of 2x4 was less than $3. So if you have a Lowe's or a Home Depot or Menards maybe, you can buy a 2x4 pretty cheap. So next step is I'm going to use my Dollar Tree matte finish Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a square of scrapbook paper on each of the 6 faces of the cubes. Next, I'm just measuring my front face of the 2x4 to see how much scrapbook paper I need for the front. The wood is 8 inches, so I'm pretty sure I cut this at about 7 3/4 inches. And next up, you just Mod Podge this little strip of paper to the front of your 2x4. Okay, these poster numbers are from the Dollar Tree. These numbers are huge. They're almost 3 inches tall. So you'll see here I'm going to put the numbers on each of my cubes. So I will tell you here which numbers you need to be able to make all of the numbers from 25 down to 1. For one of the cubes, you need 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your second cube needs 0, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. If you didn't write that down, it's okay. I'm putting it in the description box below. I don't know about you guys, but my kids, especially my son, loves to change the countdown blocks each day in December as we move towards Christmas. So there I showed you how you can make all the numbers with the 2 blocks, how I set them up. And now I'm just going to take more of my Dollar Tree Mod Podge and just give a light, even coating over each side of my cube again, just to seal these stickers on and just make sure everything is uniform and sealed. I didn't show this step, but I just used some sticker letters that I had on hand. You can get some at the Dollar Tree or other craft stores. And I wrote days until Christmas. And then now I'm just doing some Mod Podge just to seal those in place. And here's my finished product of my Christmas countdown blocks. I did make 3 sets of these for my craft show. I will sell them for $10. For the next craft, I'm using some more pieces of 2x4, some of the buffalo plaid fleece scarf from Dollar Tree, my Walmart stencils, and some bells from Dollar Tree. For this set, I decided to paint my first, second, and fourth blocks with this pool color. It's a nice light blue Waverly chalk paint. While I'm painting this, I'll also tell you my first and last blocks are 6 inches tall. The second one is 5, and the third one that I'm leaving plain right now is 4 inches. And that's just cut from a 2x4. For the third one, I'm going to paint this one with white Waverly chalk paint. He's going to turn into a cute little snowman to represent the letter O in the word snow. While my blocks are drying, I'm going to just cut a rectangle of my fleece scarf, and I'm going to glue it into a tube to fit over the snowman's head, and then tie it with some jute string at the top to make a little hat. There was really no measuring involved with this. I just kind of wrapped it around the end of the 2x4 and then eyeballed how tall I would need it. For the brim of the hat, you can just kind of fold it out a little bit and then slide it on the top of the snowman. So I couldn't find my Dollar Tree jute twine at the time. I grabbed this one from Dollar General. It's a little thicker, but it works just fine. Going back to my blocks now, I'm using my stencils. If you've seen any of my other videos, you've probably seen these stencils from Walmart. They are cardboard or like cardstock, but they work great just for tracing. And then I fill in the letters with my paint markers from Walmart. While we're waiting, while I trace, I would love to know where you guys live and what the weather is like where you are. A couple weeks ago, we had a pretty heavy snowfall. Now we're just kind of having rain, but they're anticipating here in Michigan, we're gonna have a pretty cold winter. What about you guys? All right, so when I'm using these paint markers from Walmart, I usually go and trace the outline of the letter first and then let that dry completely, and then I will come back and fill in the letters. Now I'm going to come back to my snowman and go ahead and give it some eyes, a nose, and the little dot mouth. And here's my finished product. I absolutely love how it turned out. I also did do this one with some different colors. I will sell these for $8 to $10, not sure yet. My last project is using paint sticks from Lowe's, some Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree, chalk paint, those star stickers from Dollar Tree also. These paint sticks come 10 in a pack for $1. They are, once you cut off the little notched handle, they are 9 inches long. So I had my dad cut these 6 and 3, 2 and 7, and 5 and 4. I hope that makes sense. So I have gradually larger pieces starting with 2 inches, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Here I'm just kind of separating them out which colors I'm going to paint them. I'm going to paint one of them with this off-white color called Plaster. 2 of them will be the dark brown truffle color, and 3 of them will be crimson, the red color. Here I'm just taking some sandpaper and smoothing out a little bit of the rough edges. If you don't have someone who could cut these thicker paint sticks and you don't have a saw yourself, you could use some of the jumbo craft sticks that are available at Walmart. I just like these because they are a little thicker. I've been getting questions lately about why I use chalk paint as opposed to the least expensive or less expensive acrylic paint, and my answer is just that this is thicker and it usually covers better and it sticks to more things. Like acrylic paint is really hard to stick to glass or anything smooth and shiny. So I recommend you check out this chalk paint. These $6 bottles really do last a long time. Okay, so while those pieces are drying, I took 2 more of the paint sticks without cutting them at all, and I'm using some wood glue here to glue them together. This is going to be the trunk of my Christmas tree. I just wanted it a little thicker and more sturdy. I'm using a couple of these clamps from Dollar Tree. They're in the automotive section. They're really great for holding things together while they dry. For the base of my tree, I'm going to use some of these Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree. For each tree, I need 8 of these blocks. First, I'm going to glue 4 sets of 2 together, and then 2 of those sets together in 4, and 2 more sets together in 4. Hope that makes sense. Once my trunk and my 2 base pieces are completely dry with the wood glue, I'm going to go ahead and give those a coat of chalk paint in the color Truffle as well. Okay, I decided to add a little bit more character to my red pieces. I'm going to cut some red and black buffalo plaid scrapbook paper to Mod Podge to the front of just my 3 red pieces. So back to our Dollar Tree Mod Podge, I'm going to put a light layer on each of these 3 red stick pieces and Mod Podge the buffalo plaid paper to the front. My next step is to take my trunk piece and I'm going to use some of this Gorilla Wood glue and glue it between the 2 pieces of the base. You will want to hold it there for a minute or 2 just to make sure it is holding before you let go so that it will dry straight up and down. Now I'm going to start gluing my pieces on. You'll notice I did not show you on camera me putting sticker letters or writing words on the sticks with paint markers just because it really did take me a little bit of time. I was digging through my stash of all different types of sticker letters. If you don't have any or don't want to buy them, just use a paint marker or even a Sharpie to write the words on the sticks, maybe using kind of different fonts for each one. This project is totally customizable. What you write on each line. I am planning on making some that say, "For unto us a child is born," maybe using different colors, but just make it however you want. And for my finishing touch, you can see I just used a little bit of greenery and some berries from some Dollar Tree floral picks. And this is how my trees turned out. I love how they turned out. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me again for this video, my 6th Christmas Decor DIY video. I'm just so thrilled with how my channel is growing. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and leave a comment below of which of these crafts you liked the best.